Well, good afternoon, everybody. It's the Sound Couple, and we are off to a gig. And if you notice, we are not in our normal van. This is actually Stacy's van, and we have gear back here. We have everything but our mains. We got monitors, lighting, and stage, and everything. So here's the deal. This is actually a first for us. We are, in a sense, executing our backup plan, and our backup plan consists of what would we do if our van is not available. Well, the van is available, but we had a change of plans for a couple reasons. The first reason is we don't have to bring mains. And now, how do I know that? Well, Bart did a walkthrough, which as some of you may know, I'm not a fan of. But we've been at this venue before. It's been many years, and there's been and I recall there's a couple logistical challenges. We're not able to get into the parking area. I knew they had some lighting or sound or something. So I happened to be in the area the other day, and I called them up and I asked them if I could stop by, and they welcomed me over, and I talked to the AV person, and he said that he actually prefers that we use their mains. So win number one, we don't have to set up mains. The other thing is, like I mentioned, the loading. We probably would have had to load in off the street. And again, as many of you know, we are not a big fan of that, especially in downtown areas. And what kind of sealed the deal for us is the other day, unfortunately, there were 3 murders, one of them within a couple blocks of where we're at. I'm concerned about our safety, so we decided to pack up this van so we'll be able to get into closer to the area. We will not have to load off the street. It'll be safer for us.
We can park in the venue.
Yeah, we can park in the venue. So this is good. We're kind of proven that we can do this if we need to. And overall, it was a little bit more work up front, but it'll just make things easier. Plus, we're on a timeline to get out of there. We need to get out within an hour again. So. All right, everybody, we'll see you there at the gig. So we're gonna be pulling in right here, event parking $15, and the clearance here is 6'5". So the van, our regular van, needs 15 feet. So we wouldn't have not made it.
15? You mean 7 feet?
Or 7, sorry. I saw 15 for the price of the two.
So what do we gotta do? Swipe?
Yeah, Stacy's got the hazards on. We gotta get our stuff loaded out, and I'll show you that in just a few minutes. You want to put the links around here? Yeah. The other thing I was able to do is refamiliarize myself with the elevator. Pretty good sized elevator. Make it? I can't. Look like it.
Nice to know. It opens.
I see that. We really want this elevator. Actually,
Oh, okay. or just?
If we can. Do you need help? I just want to check our area. I think this is good.
Please don't, please don't, you guys don't push this, you're gonna wreck the elevator.
Okay,
It's gonna shut off.
okay.
And then it's gonna cost
Oh.
$400 to have someone
It's
come
not,
out.
okay, it doesn't beep or anything when
No, it doesn't.
Okay. I'll just come up
It's
and.
not good.
You ready? All right, I'll go check.
There's a button, all you have to do is just keep pushing that button.
Okay. How am I gonna get out? Sorry,
So that's where we were planning on our first parking option, but that doesn't look too good. It looks like I don't think there's a game going on because there's something else going on at the ballpark. But I did check before I took this gig to see if there was a ball game going on. There wasn't, so there must be something else going on. But here we are, we're loaded in, and I'm really glad that we went with this Plan B option. Stacy was able to find a place in the parking ramp, and we're already loaded in. We got the system here, which will be fine. EVs, I'm not sure what model those are, but anything EV is good. I'm not gonna complain. And the DJ booth back here, so we don't have to do any of the DJing or MCing, which is nice. We just gotta worry about mixing the band.
Check 1 2 1 2 1 2 check 1 2 check 1 2 testing 1 2
how many horns?
check.
So we should be good there.
1 2
So we'll put John at the end here.
testing 1 2 1 2 check
Like that.
check 1 2
Or I wonder, maybe we
Check,
should put his
1 2
monitor on the
1
floor
2
and just move this leg out.
testing 1 2
We're logistically trying to get things to fit here. We're gonna put the keyboard player
Check.
down on the end here, but I think what I'm gonna do is move this tree out and then put the monitor on the floor. Well, big room. I wonder if we should do the same thing on that side.
Sure.
remember those.
Yeah.
Or it's made it easier than I remember those. Should we put up the stage box? Probably. And it is.
Yep.
Okay, we're making good progress. It is 3:48. Decided to put a couple monitors off the side, so the keyboard player will be right here and a horn player over there. So we put the monitors off, which will free up some room. It's a 16-foot wide stage is what they were ordered, and it's going to be a little tight up here, but I think doing that, it'll make it fit. The other thing I wanted to show you is I remembered years ago when we were here, I don't know if it was our PA or we used their PA, but I remember a buzz in the system. The strange thing is we had it again as soon as we tied in here, and so I remembered that, and I brought our groundlets, our XLR groundlets here, and lo and behold, we got the hum even before I didn't even turn on the system. We are running over here into their console. This Yamaha console right here should work, I guess. But I'm glad I remembered, and I'm glad I brought those, because we had the hum. I'd recommend carrying these groundlets, or worst case scenario, you would have to take apart an XLR cable and clip the ground. That would accomplish the same thing. Check, two. Two. Two, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2. 2, 1, 2. Check, 2. All right, everybody, we are line checked, we're set up. I wish I could say it was super smooth. We had a couple of issues here tonight. And the first thing was the analog outputs on the mixer. This happened to us before, once or twice. It's been a long, long time. But we got two monitors coming out of here and they were not working. And it took a power cycle of the mixer for those to start working. So that kind of kicked things off. The other thing we're having problems with is our wireless dongles for our lighting, which we have never ever had an issue with. And I don't know if we tried to troubleshoot it a little bit, did something get off the channel or whatever, but we just ended up hardwiring all our lights with cabling. That's the first time we've had to do that, so that'll be some time back troubleshooting that. And we couldn't find a mic. The 868 there on the end, that EV, it was misplaced, and we spent about 5 minutes looking for that, and then everybody showed up a lot earlier than we were anticipating. Right now it's 5:34, and I knew the guests would be showing up, but they started showing up like, I don't know, like 3:30ish. Which was way earlier than we were told, or expecting at least. And that kind of always puts the pressure on you, in conjunction with the fact that we were having some technical issues. But we're there, we're set up, and we'll just check in later. How's it going, Stace?
Do you want the real version or the YouTube version?
I explained it already. We had a rough setup. It was yeah.
A bunch of
Nope. Monkey business.
yes.
But we always can work through it. We actually went with the scrim on the light stands just because we don't have the cabinets kind of covering it up or camouflaging. And hey, we got real front lights. Yeah, having the panel lights in this situation just wouldn't have made a lot of sense. So we went with the real front lights, and we have scrims, so we are going the extra mile tonight. Wow, scrims. Imagine that. But we're a little bit more exposed here, so we just wanted to make things look as presentable as we could. And to that point, I guess we could be using the scrims a lot more often, maybe, in some of these situations.
Hey Bart,
What do you want?
what you doing?
Actually, I'm responding to viewer comments. So that's what we do at the gigs when we got a little bit of downtime.
Downtown, downtown.
Downtime, exactly. So we're responding to all the comments, which we love to do, and this is at the gig, it's a perfect thing. So thanks again for all the feedback. This is right after our drink slider thing. So we don't know how to put T-nuts on, and we're getting a big laugh out of that. So I think next time we'll know how to, after all this time, now we know how to put in T-nuts. So thanks for that feedback and all the rest, guys. So we'll get some more footage of this gig later on. Doing a quick check-in, and we just finished dinner. The speeches haven't started. We are supposed to start at 10 after, but I don't think it's looking like that's going to happen. They got to do speeches yet, and that hasn't even begun yet.
If you say run, I'll run with you. Oh, and if you say hide, we'll hide. Because my love for you would break my heart in two. You should fall into my arms, drown.
Okay, everybody, the band ended right at noon, or midnight, not noon. And we are loaded out, but we got skipped that earlier, happened tonight. Or happened later, somebody locked the elevator. So we're gonna have to take the smaller elevator. So this one's out of order now. And I don't know if this one's gonna fit in here now, is it? So you're gonna
go at an angle.
You know, I would. We should have taken this one because we can't leave that stuff down there without unattended, and we need to make sure this one is going to be a 2-person job at the minimum, right?
Yep.
So let's make sure this one gets loaded, and then you stay down there, and then I will.
Because I gotta get my car.
I know, but you just gotta wait till I come down there, Stace, with the other 2 carts, and then we'll get your car.
Oh, okay.
But we can't leave the gear down there unattended.
Got it.
Okay. So let's call the elevator again. And then there's a code to get back up that you gotta press a series of numbers.
Yep.
Okay.
That was by the hair of our chinny chin chin.
Yeah, and we're really getting pushed to get out of here, but now we gotta take 3 trips to get out of here. So we're heading down. And then I'm gonna leave Stacy down here, and I'm gonna go up and get the other cart, and then yeah, we're not gonna leave gear unattended. All right, we are making our last final trip here. Stacy's down in the lobby, and we got 1 more cart to push in, and we're done. Come on. Am I gonna make it down it? There. Oh, sorry. That was probably not smart. Oh, not good. No, this isn't gonna work. I gotta turn this cart around. Oh boy, I'm gonna lose it. Oh, I hope we got enough room to get this in. Thank you. I don't know if anybody's around here, but man. Yeah, I've never heard of an elevator that breaks if you hold the door open. Basically, is what it sounds like, which seems really odd. Really odd. Come on. I think I hear it. How's that for close? Damn. Stuff like this, guys, that just, you know, it's fine. We're doing just fine, but they want you out of here, but you can only do so much so fast. But well, that's the elevator tour. Now on to loading the truck.
Bart is doing our after gig routine of charging up the mics. The one bonus to these mics and not having to deal with batteries in the sense of traditional batteries. And it is 2:07 in the morning, and we got done at midnight. We were packed up and ready to go by 12:45. And then the elevator fiasco happened, and probably we're out of there by, what, 1:10 finally?
Yeah, we came home and we got the van, or the small caravan, unpacked. We just packed up the our regular van here tonight. But yeah, a little bit of a, I think it was a little bit more of a stressful gig than it needed to be.
Loud.
Yeah, it was. It is. Yeah, they had a DJ there, so we just didn't get that reprieve. It just, I don't know. I guess we're getting old or something. But I mean, it was a very energetic wedding. It just.
Was. Yep.
Oh yeah, you got your earplugs.
Earplugs.
We just kept turning up monitors, and it just kept getting louder on stage. We had a pretty good night. Actually, we're going to continue this video tomorrow, and this might be starting to get a little bit long, but we're going to troubleshoot our wireless dongles. We just had a few little setbacks tonight that kind of just triggered us The mixer I mentioned earlier, the analog aux outputs weren't functioning for a couple of the monitors. Well, the two that we had plugged in. So I had to power cycle the mixer. That's just never a good feeling when things don't work and you power cycle them and then that resolves the problem. That's never a good feeling. All right, usually this is our final wrap up, but we're going to continue this tomorrow and we're going to troubleshoot our wireless DMX issue that we had tonight. We'll continue tomorrow, everyone. Well, this isn't the way we typically end a video, but this is showing some behind the scenes things that are just as important as the gig and prepping for the gig, and that is figuring out what happened when there were problems. And one of the things we had is we had an issue with our wireless dongles, our Donner DMX. These have been rock solid for us for well, not hundreds, but dozens and dozens of gigs. So we were thrown off when we had problems, but I think in the calm of in a quiet setting here, I think I found the issue. When I took it out of its case, I noticed that this was loose, or this felt a little bit loose, and I'm like, I've never honestly taken these apart or tried to take these apart, but I think what happened is if you unscrew this cap right here, this is just protecting the antenna, and the antenna just through time became disconnected. And so we're going to screw this in, or I did this earlier. I screwed it in, I plugged them in, and they were working again. Here's our other one that we use for our other lighting on the Pro Control light board, and I've never taken this one apart either, but we haven't. See this one? Oh my gosh, this one's different. Sorry, but this one is different. The antenna is connected right into the unit. See that? Where this one, so what happened to this one can't happen with that one. So I'm going to screw this back in nice and tight. And I tested it earlier and it was working again. So the other thing I wanted to show you real quick. So as you know, we didn't take our van, and we keep this book in our van. We also keep PDFs of all our manuals, but on the computer. But the one thing we didn't have is we didn't have the simple but important instruction manual for the Donners. So I was thinking about that when we were troubleshooting it. But we carry a hard copy book as well, and this stays in the truck, and it has all of the lights we own and the controllers. And it's just good to have this information because I don't deal with this stuff enough to where I forget, just be honest. The programming, the DMX, we got all the DMX channels labeled on our lighting and everything, because 6 months from now, I'm going to forget how this Square Docs works. And thankfully, you know, we don't have many problems, but having this reference with you, I think, or with us, is important, and I would suggest the same for you. But the one thing we are going to do, since this is not available on PDF anywhere, we're going to scan this and keep this as a PDF on our MacBook as well. So, okay, guys, that's it. Simple problem, but in the heat of the gig and time pressure, the simplest things can turn into kind of a cluster, you know what. So thanks again for hanging in there. I know this is not the way we usually end videos, but this is just some back end troubleshooting. All right, we'll see you at the next gig. Take care.